Tobacco was introduced to England in 1586, when, it is said, Sir Walter Raleigh brought it back from Virginia, United States. It became immediately popular, and at times, before its dangers were understood, it was thought to represent money and sophistication. How very sadly misguided this turned out to be. Tobacco and nicotine. Tobacco is a plant that contains many dangerous elements, in particular nicotine, carbon monoxide, and tar. Additionally, there are more than 4,000 other chemicals in tobacco, many of which are harmful to our health. Nicotine. Nicotine is a highly addictive substance, meaning that within a short time, the body starts to crave it and needs more and more to satisfy this craving. This is because within seconds of inhaling nicotine, it enters the bloodstream and travels round the body to the brain. The brain registers this as a very short-term high feeling, but as the effect wears off almost immediately, the brain sends messages that it wants more, and this makes the smoker feel jittery until they have their next cigarette. This is why smokers need more and more cigarettes as time goes on. Carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is a poisonous, odourless and colourless substance that enters the bloodstream from the lungs and makes it harder for oxygen to be used by the body. Tar. Tar from cigarette smoke forms in the lungs and clogs them up so they cannot work to capacity. This makes breathing more difficult and is particularly bad for those who suffer from asthma. Deaths. In the United Kingdom in 2018, it was estimated that 7.2 million people smoke. Smoking-related illnesses are the cause of over 80,000 deaths a year, which is more than deaths from the following put together: alcohol, drugs, road traffic accidents, certain immunity-related infections, and obesity. On average, 50% of long-term smokers live about 10 years less compared to non-smokers. The death toll worldwide from smoking and nicotine-related diseases is 7 million people per year. Organs affected by smoking. Lungs. Tar coats the lungs like soot in a chimney. This makes the smoker severely out of breath from simple exercise and increases both the likelihood and severity of colds, flu, bronchitis, asthma, and other related illnesses, especially lung cancer. Heart. Nicotine speeds the heart up and puts a strain on it. Smoking narrows and blocks blood vessels and reduces the blood supply to the heart, which can cause a heart attack. Brain. Blood vessels to the brain can become narrowed and blocked, which can cause a stroke. This has life-changing consequences and can also kill. Skin. The skin, the largest organ of our body, is also badly affected by smoking. It causes wrinkles round the mouth and face, stains the fingertips yellow, and leaves hair smelling awful. Teeth and mouth. Nicotine stains teeth and causes them to yellow. It causes gum disease, which can lead to loss of teeth early, and it causes very bad breath. Vaping. Vapes are classed as nicotine products. That's because they still have nicotine in them. Most vapes are manufactured by tobacco companies, and people mistakenly think that they are a safe alternative to smoking. Although we have yet to have definitive information about the damage they do, as this is a relatively recent device, the medical profession is clear that the nicotine within the vapes must do the same type of damage as the nicotine in cigarettes. Many aspects of vaping are there to attract young users because the flavours, such as candy floss, bubblegum and banana, are clearly designed to attract young people. On top of all the other problems that nicotine causes, there's a clear link to learning being affected, mood swings and impulse control. Explosions. Additionally, vapes have been known to explode, potentially causing quite devastating damage if the explosion happens whilst it's being used. Vaping often leads to smoking. Finally, current research suggests that the vast number of young people that try vaping will go on to try smoking. Passive smoking. Passive smoking, sometimes known as secondary smoking, is the term given to people who are near to smokers and vapors. Even though they do not smoke themselves, people can still breathe in the smoke around them and therefore effectively receive a smaller dose from the chemicals in the cigarette, cigar or vape. This can still have a negative effect on their health, and it is for this reason that smoking and vaping are banned in public places. So, why do people smoke or vape? Peer pressure. Possibly the greatest reason is peer pressure. Mixing with people who smoke often leads to trying it yourself. Looking big. Although many would view a young person who smoked as immature, easily led and foolish, some think it makes them one of the gang and hard, and that they are impressing their peers. Advertising. Tobacco and vaping companies can no longer advertise on television, on hoardings around a football ground, or other places where people may be influenced. However, this has only stopped recently, and in many older television programs, pop videos and films, smoking is still seen as positive. The government. This might seem like a really strange aspect to include in why people vape or smoke, and indeed the government plays two different roles in this. On the one hand, they work hard at ensuring anti-smoking messages, as smoking is not only bad for individuals, but also estimates for 2018 suggest the costs the National Health Service had were £2.7 billion. On the other hand, tobacco is a major source of income to the government as it is so highly taxed. Of each pack of cigarettes sold in the United Kingdom, 73% goes to the government. So why should people avoid smoking and vaping? Number 1, health. The medical reasons are absolutely indisputable. It's really bad for your health and could take years off your life and seriously affect your quality of life and those around you. Number 2, cost. Currently, a packet of 20 cigarettes in the United Kingdom is about £8.50. Smoking just 10 a day would cost £30 a week. That's £1,560 a year. In a 30-year period, this equals nearly £46,800. Many long-term smokers use at least 20 a day, and that would be over £93,600 in a 30-year period. You could buy an awful lot of exciting things with that kind of money. Number 3, trouble. Getting cigarettes leads many young people into trouble. A, at school and at home. B, borrowing cigarettes that they can't return. C, resorting to stealing to pay for the habit. Number 4. The law. It's against the law to sell tobacco to anyone under 18 years of age. You must be 18 or over to buy e-cigarettes or e-liquids. Giving up smoking. So here's the good news. The effects of smoking can be dramatically reduced by giving up smoking. Although not all of the damage is reversible, the risk of life-threatening health problems reduce dramatically, and the body begins to repair itself as soon as someone quits. Even better, these health benefits begin immediately and increase rapidly. There is lots of help for people of all ages to quit smoking, including specialist help for young people. Be smart, don't start. The health organisations that are there to help are www.quit.org.uk, NHS, and www.ash.org.uk.